Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm King Sway, and welcome back to King Sway Entertainment. Today we had Destined, Death, and the Gloam-Eyed Queen, Elden Ring Lore Hunting by AgtJake. Uh, I did a video about getting off near, and I got a lot of actual positive feedback about that one, and that one's from AgtJake as well. Uh, Somebody commented that my video was the only place they could actually find the video because AgtJake had taken it down. Uh, there was another guy who was like, I'm going to react to your reaction. And I would love to see that personally. And then there was a piece of information I had given about the Centuries torch and how you can use it and still not give away your position. And I was actually thanked for my little tidbit to help people with that one. It was like, I didn't even know that. Thanks. Hey, look, any tips and tricks I find out, you guys are welcome to it. Obviously, I play Elden Ring. I have it on. I was playing it on my gaming channel, Sway Rum Games. Uh, but we're going to jump right into this video.
Who is the Gloam-Eyed Queen? If you're like me, this is a question you never asked through your entire first playthrough. I had never heard any dialogue, read any item descriptions, or held the attention span required to even notice that there was a mention of a Gloam-Eyed Queen. Then I started to hunt for more answers regarding the Godskin characters and what is meant by the phrase Destined Death, which is mentioned quite often by Melina and Malekith. So here's what I found out while lore hunting in Elden Ring. These videos are meant to be fun speculation and to start discussions that can lead to other interesting theories. So please, discuss calmly and respectfully down in the comments. Also, YouTube told me that 98% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed, which made me very sad. So hit the subscribe button so I can stop crying myself to sleep at night. Thank you. So let's get into the video. Let's start by reading some item descriptions regarding the Gloam-Eyed Queen. I started with reading the descriptions of Godskin weapons, spells, and armor sets. The Godskin Apostle set reads, the Apostles, once said to serve Destined Death, are wielders of the God-slain Black Flame. But after their defeat by Malekith, the Black Blade, the source of their power was sealed away. The Godslayer's greatsword reads, Sacred Sword of the Dust-Eyed Queen who controlled the Godskin Apostles before her defeat at the hands of Malekith. The Black Flame's protection spell reads, the Apostles were all embraced by the Gloam-Eyed Queen, and the Black Flame was their armor within. Here's what we learned from these three items. 1. The Gloam-Eyed Queen and her apostles served Destined Death. 2. She was well loved by her apostles and gave them the power to defend themselves against gods. 3. When Malekith defeated them and sealed away Destined Death, he also took that power from them. We can also take from all of this that the Gloam-Eyed Queen was the previous guardian of Destined Death before Malekith. We now know that Malekith defeated her and sealed it away upon Queen Marika's
I'm
request.
up to Pharaoh Mazul, but I'm still getting my ass kicked by Melania.
Reading the Black Flame ritual spell says,
I'm trying to beat her before I go further.
It is said that she was an Empyrean chosen by the Fingers.
I'm also looking for
we can narrow it down
last bit of
we know that she is full Empyrean, the same as Miquella, Melania, and Ranni. We know that her time in the lands between was during the age of the Golden Order, since she was assisted by her own fingers. We can also assume that the Gloam-Eyed Queen is likely one of Marika's direct offspring, since being an Empyrean is only possible from this. At least that's the only way we know how one can become an Empyrean.
You're either from Radagon or Marika, which are the same person.
Why would Queen Marika send Malekith to defeat one of her own kids and seal away Destined Death? Well, the most likely theory is that Queen Marika feared death itself.
Yeah, she had to seal it away so her kids couldn't die.
The Gloam-Eyed Queen wanted to do with Destined Death in hand. The Black Flame monk armor reads, the Black Flame monks, enthralled by the god-slain Black Flame, became traitors, abandoned their posts as guardians. The seduction of a taboo is never easily spurned. So here's a couple of ways we can interpret this description. 1. the Gloam-Eyed Queen and her followers began abusing the role as Godslayers. Or 2,
Cats.
the Gloam-Eyed Queen's followers turned against her. Now, in my opinion, neither of
They
these
probably
really
abused their
matter in the
powers.
grand scheme of things. The point is that this family, cult, team, whatever you want to call it with the Gloam-Eyed
Leave it
Queen,
alone.
broke apart and left her vulnerable. It's possible that she was defeated by her own followers after they sided with Malekith. This could be why.
I just want to pause it here. If you look in the corner, that ring, that is in Farum Azula, the Beast Place. It says that Godfrey, if I remember, was the first Elden Lord. Placiducex was the first Elden Lord, and you can see that's his ring. His ring has a lot more rings to it because there were more Elden Lords. He was the first, and my man lost what, 2 heads and a set of wings. If you look when you fight Placiducex, it's other things that he lost 2 heads, and he had 2 sets of wings, and he lost a set. And part of his tail is cut off. So I can only imagine how fearsome he was before all that happening, and what took those off. What took that from him? So, like I said, it's the game hints a lot towards Godfrey being the first Elden Lord. He was the first Elden Lord for America when stuff changed hands, because Placiducex was actually the first one. I don't remember where I heard that from, but it should be in the game. So feel free to look that up or correct me. But if you are going to correct me, cite something. Like, let me know the piece of armor or something it comes from so I can look it up myself. Don't just come at me and be like, oh, no, you're wrong. Because then I'm just going to look at you and be like, uh-huh, yeah. But continuing.
Defeated by her own followers after they sided with Malekith. This could be why the Godskin duo and the Malekith boss fights are in the same area of Farum Azula. They're super close together. So with all of this information in mind, I believe that the Gloam-Eyed Queen is Melina. The Gloam-Eyed Queen was Empyrean, guided by the Greater Will, assisted by the Two Fingers, and was the previous guardian of Destined Death. I think this dialogue by Melina pretty much proves her to be the Gloam-Eyed Queen.
Me?
I've always thought that she had a connection with Ronnie the Witch. Ronnie the Witch has something on her right eye. And you often see artwork, official artwork, mind you, where there's a shadow connecting a right eye and a left eye with the marking. And on Melina's left eye, it looks like a crow's hand, or I should say a crow's foot. Crows, or ravens, are often associated with death. And in the end, I don't know if I'm about to jump forward on this, but in the ending, where you become the Lord of the Frenzy Flame, her right eye is like glazed over, and her left eye opens, and it's like purplish. I thought that had more to do with Ronnie, because as I said, I thought she has a connection with Ronnie. Maybe she does because of both of them being Empyreans. But that was my take and my connection from it. But actually, now that I think about it, Malekith, when he's going by Gorak, and you meet him in that church, he gives you an eye. But the thing is, it says the beast eye quakes when you're near something that has death root. If I remember correctly, it says beast eye. It might have been her eye. Now think about it, it might have been her eye.
I'm searching for my purpose, given to me by my mother inside the Erd Tree, long ago, for the reason that I yet live, burned and bodiless.
She was given her purpose from her mother inside the Erd Tree, which almost 100% has to be Queen Marika. She lost her purpose long ago. which was likely to protect Destined.
She's still got the burn marks on her hands.
She also states that although she is burned and bodiless, she still lives. Burned, meaning possibly burned by the black flame of her previous followers. Almost everything points to Melina being the Gloam-Eyed Queen. And if you aren't convinced yet, listen to what she says if you inherit the frenzied flame.
You have inherited the frenzied flame. A pity. You are no longer fit. Our journey together ends here. And remember, should you rise as the Lord of Chaos, I will kill you. As sure as night follows day, such is my duty, for allowing you the strength of runes.
She says her duty is to kill the Lord of Chaos. And if you go through with the Flame of Frenzy ending, she says this.
Lord of Frenzied Flame.
They killed Musty Torrent.
I will seek you as far as you may travel. To deliver you what is yours. Destined death.
Now that pulls back to what I just said about when she opens up and her eye is different. Her one glazed eye is different. Like I said, I thought that had to do with Ronnie the witch. But as I said, I don't know if I'm skipping ahead here with this guy. This is something I haven't seen. Malekith gets beat. Death returns to the land, which means if she is the Gloam-Eyed Queen, that means her powers have returned. And if her powers are returning, she's a full-strength demigod again. Like I said, that eye that Malekith gives you, maybe that was her eye. Because it's got that, outside of the glowing, it's got the same hue that her left eye has when she finally opens it. That, and maybe she doesn't open it because just that one eye would give her away. Maybe, I don't like, it's glowing, so oh crap, I've heard of you. You're the Death Queen. Like, maybe not. Just, it is tons of lore in this stuff, like tons, and I love it.
So let's sum up everything we've learned. Melina was born of Queen Marika at the foot of the Erd Tree and given a purpose by the Greater Will, which was to disperse destined death to all equally throughout the lands between. So either she got too ambitious with this power, or Queen Marika started getting anti-Greater Will, and Queen Marika felt threatened. She commanded Malekith to take the power of destined death from Melina and seal it away. Malekith defeated her and removed her gloam-colored eye, and her body was burnt using the black flame of her previous followers.
I want to comment on her right eye. Her right eye before we release death. It looks golden, doesn't it? Golden as if guided by grace. Godfrey had his eyes were golden, and then they dulled when he was no longer given the power of grace. And that's when Marika said, yo, get the hell up out of here. And sent them the tarnished far and wide. We are guided by grace, but we are still tarnished. And that's got to mean something, because after she gets her powers back, her eye is no longer golden. It's a dull, glazed over color, but then she pop. That's got to mean something to me.
This would explain why one of Melina's eyes are missing, and if we look at the beast eye, it looks like a faded out.
I did say the beast eye.
That reminds
what did I say?
A lot of Melina's eye in the Flame of Frenzy ending. This act by Queen Marika.
What did I say? What I say? It looked a lot like it's not glowing. That's it. Like doesn't have that luminescent hue to it.
Was likely the first action taken against the Golden Order, which led to everything else spiraling out of control in the lands between, and eventually started the shattering of Elden Ring. I truly believe Melina is the Gloam-Eyed Queen, and is a much more important character in the story of Elden Ring itself than I ever could have imagined. However, let's get a bit deeper with this.
Even though Ronnie's the
Queen
reason
Marika
everything's
was
happening.
herself an Empyrean. Empyrean can be interpreted as a title or something born from a great rune itself. Ronnie seems to be born of a great rune.
What was I saying?
The one that Radagon gives to Renala. It's possible that the Gloam-Eyed Queen was born from the rune of death. Maybe she was the rune of death. So when
I don't know about all
Ronnie
that.
stole a fragment of the rune of death, she also stole a fragment of the Gloam-Eyed Queen by offering her body and
From what I'm to understand, when the Elden Ring was shattered, all the kids started grabbing for their own great runes. Godric the Grafted has one of the best great runes, in my personal opinion, because using it once, you jump up 40 levels. All your stats are increased by 5. That's 8 stats. 8 times 5, 40. 40 levels. But Melania, Radon, Rykard, Moog. Who else is there? Melania, Mogwin, Morgott, Radon. Aren't there like 5 optional bosses? I forget. I don't remember all the optional bosses. And you got Margit. And then you have I said Margit already. Godric and what's that? Renala's room. That's 6 rooms. I don't remember all the rooms. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't beaten the game yet. I'm too busy getting my ass kicked by Melania. As I said before, I've been to Farum Azula. I'm not so far as to fight the Godskin duo because I'm either getting my ass kicked by Melania or I'm seeking things throughout the game and I'm trying to level up my weapons and myself. I am almost level 200 and still getting my ass kicked. I use flawed battle tactics. Hit them until they stop coming at you. And sometimes poise is a big thing, and sometimes I just keep hoping that I can break their poise. And it doesn't work with Melania, and she keeps using that freaking waterfowl dance. We ain't gonna talk about waterfowl dance. I'm just gonna continue, the video.
and Godwin's soul to death. Ronnie brought back the Gloam-Eyed Queen in the form of Melina. Because Godwin and Ronnie were used in this process, Melina still shares a lot of connections between them. 1, she still has burn marks on her body because Ronnie's body was burned. 2, she is still somehow connected to Ronnie's soul, as shown by her face being stuck to Ronnie's face. 3, she is still somehow connected to Godwin's body. Through the roots of the Erd Tree, Godwin's body spreads the death.
My man is
roots.
ugly.
Maybe this is what allows Melina to walk the lands between, and why she gets stronger when we get closer to the Erd Tree. It's all possible that after we release the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Gloam-Eyed Queen received all of her powers back. So maybe the Melina we see in the Frenzied Flame ending is no longer Melina, but the Gloam-Eyed Queen herself.
When she gets all her powers back. And if you look,
in the comments. Again,
the
don't forget
tattoo,
to subscribe to the channel.
it lightens
helps
to
me out.
almost being not
Thank
there.
you so much for all the support. I'll keep making videos if you guys keep watching them. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.
Okay. No, I think I done said everything that I need to say. Like, I gave my speculations. But it states that Marika didn't want her kids to die, so she sealed away Destined Death, which means she had to whoop her own kid. Had to have somebody whoop her own kid's ass, Melina, to seal away death, and seal it away, and then spurned her own shadow. She spurned Malekith, and was like, "Yeah, no, I have no use for you now. Get to it." Marika was a bitch. She threw away Godfrey and the Tarnished. Y'all ain't got grace no more. Get out of here. I don't want my kids to die. I'm sacrificing this kid. Now that you've done what I told you to do, I no longer have a use for you. Boop. Just none of that sounds real motherly, does it? Does it? I'm just saying, in hindsight, you got to look at it like to some degree, you have no choice but to look at it like that. Like, yeah, no. But that's the end of my speculation and comments on the situation. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe button, the notification button, and the bell. You know, that lets me know you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. It lets me know that you guys are liking the content that I create. It's a small gesture from you, and it's free, but it means the absolute world to me. It lets me know that someone out there is liking my stuff. And it also pushes it out there because of the YouTube algorithm, and it pushes my content out there to somebody that might not even know this channel exists. And that's how we help the channel grow. And I'm trying to grow and just touch as many people as I can. I couldn't even say that with a straight face. You know, as I said before, as I say always, I love the commentary with you guys. I love to interact with you guys, especially on this subject in particular. I'll talk your ear off about this. I'll talk your ear off. But in the meantime, in between time, always with the peace signs. I'm King Sway, and I will see you in the next one.